Welcome, welcome, Soul Tribe. We are watching the first quarter moon in Libra, so July 13th, 2024. If you didn't know and you're new to the channel, my name is Audrey. My channel is the Matrix Oracle. I like to do what I call the cosmic dance forecast, the cosmic weather forecast. Welcome. So what's happening right now? The first quarter is the first friction that we have between the sun and the moon. Okay, so that's squares here. What happens is that with the new moon that we started in Cancer, July 5th, the intention is to allow you to become this channel for more of your authentic self. You are a channel for joy, you are a channel for light, you are meant to receive and learn the art of allowing. Now, what I love about the first quarter here that we're seeing, so it's squaring a square, there you go, between Cancer and Libra, is that there's a little friction, but this one is really particular. It's going to awaken the genie within. Yes, okay, this is what we're seeing here with the moon, the sun, creating that square and then even squaring Chiron. Chiron has been coming up even for this new moon intention as far as turning your scars into stars. If you didn't know, I actually channeled a special promotion for you to know and learn more about your Chiron wound. This is how you activate the healer and guru within. There's so much wisdom about the contrast that we experience on this planet, on this dimension. Okay, so what we have also is that it is creating, you see that square? With Pluto in retrograde. Pluto in retrograde in the early degrees of Aquarius is teaching us about the law of resonance. And that means that there's here right now, heading July 13th, a lot of the contrast, okay? Just like where you're making a wish and you're saying like, I want this, and you're rubbing your hands and you're creating that energy. You have to honor the fact that when you're navigating those desires and those manifestations, that sometimes the guidance is going to be warmer, warmer, or colder, colder, because it's trying to help you navigate through the contrast of yes and no, right, wrong, but for your own personal alignment. So there's going to be a lot of healing here. Oh my, scars into stars, yes. Yes, there's a lot of gratitude. By the way, if you resonate with sound healing, I have this playlist that I'm just in love with because it all works with gratitude mantra. And it is to heal the Chiron wound. Okay, so if you know your Chiron placement, go into my YouTube channel. There is a playlist called the Chiron Wounded Healer. It's Karmic Astrology. It's to help you transcend some of the contrast, because really karma is action reaction. Okay, so what we're seeing here is we're creating a grand square, okay, which promotes a lot of inner growth, okay, and a lot of inner growth towards activating the really. So, you know, some of you, it's like, I think Tony Robbins has a book that's called Awakening the Giant Within. So awakening this part of you that is greater than your little smaller materialized self, okay? And putting it online. So with that friction, the placement of Libra that we have here is about becoming your best self. And with this placement of the sun, it's about your healing abilities. How do you find my YouTube? There's a link on my bio link. You know, it's like if you go on the Matrix Oracle page, you'll see a link tree. Just click on that and you'll see a YouTube symbol. Okay, so that's how you would find it. And then I have playlists. Look for the Karmic Astrology. I will put it in the story, you guys, if you want. Okay, that's something that is really helpful at this time. It's showing you, and that's something that came up for personal sessions this week and last week, where you have to understand that the things that create contrast in the sense of the things you don't want, because the things you don't want and the things you want are very tightly intertwined, okay? Because they're getting you exactly where you're meant to go. And it's turning this contrast into something that fuels you and that drives you towards this alignment. Now, the placement collectively of Chiron right now in Aries, those are the degrees that helps us reassess what we feel is going to bring us greater fulfillment. Okay, so there's a lot of quantum leaping. Some of you, you see that I illustrate all the astrology movement, the astrological dance with reels. Okay, and some of the very popular reel I've had is about quantum leaping with more ease and more joy, because we are cosmically supported to align with the law of resonance, but the law of resonance of our inner being. So some of you might not even know, but there's a part of you that is greater inside of yourself that is helping you to navigate towards your ultimate fulfillment, life fulfillment. You're a Libra and you're having a lot of stress. No kidding. Okay, so if you have Libra placement, you have your sun there. By the way, the sun and the moon, you guys, and this is why I like to do the cosmic astrology around especially the moon cycle, because this is the sun and this is the moon. Third eye activation. We are going round and round to unveil the veil of illusions, for you to realize more and more who you are, what you hold within yourselves, within yourself. So if you have Libra placement right now, look at what's going on. We talked about the grand square. Now let's talk about one of my favorites, the yod. The yod is also called the finger of God, and it creates a lot of tension. So if you have Libra placement, yeah, it's gonna zap you a little bit. If you have Leo placement, yeah, that's gonna zap you. Let me show you that. Okay, so you're seeing here, you have the moon, tick, 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 tick. You see that green dotted line? I mean, it should be like a screaming green. And it's heading straight to Saturn in retrograde. And we also have Mercury here in Leo, that tick, 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 tick. That's called a quincunx, or an in conjunction. So when we're here, Saturn retrograde right now, your master teacher of action reaction, connected to your root, you're saying I am something. You're stating a statement of who you are. Saturn is going to show you, well, if you say that about yourself, that's going to happen. Okay, so whether you're saying things that are uplifting you or not so much, you're going to have a lot of lessons with this placement. Now, because it is in retrograde, that's actually good news. Because when planets are in retrograde, it's slowing down a little bit of the momentum of the lesson. It's like going to summer camp for Saturn mastery, for the law of karma, for action reaction. So right now, we are deepening the teachings of action reaction in the topic of here Pisces. Those degrees, they talk about alchemy. How do we transmute all those negative energies? Okay, and that's a great support, because right now I told you a lot of us with this square whatever, it's actually creating a lot of awakening for your own tools of healing. Okay, so for example, my tool of healing, astrology is one. But when I see this, okay, and I'm like, yeah, that sucks. I'm like, that sounds like it's gonna be intense. I was gifted with one thing that is my tool, is that I know how to sound engineer frequencies that are supportive of those astrological movement. Okay, so some of you, if you know you get sessions with me, I always give you frequency prescription, because it's something as far as you are hearing words. Okay, I'm supposed to alchemize my wound, my scars. Okay, well, I don't know how to do that. Okay, now, if I'm not one-on-one with someone, what I actually created is music to support this transformation. So if some of you, that's what we're seeing that's happening between, so the moon is trying, it's your subconscious, it's the back of your third eye, it's creating a line of tension for you to make sure that you alchemize your wounds, okay? And now with Mercury, what's interesting is Mercury here is connected to the throat. So it's teaching you how to tap into your subconscious, see whether or not it's allowing you to alchemize your reality. And if it's not, it's because of the way you speak. Okay? So here, those teachings of Mercury in Leo, they're talking about your intuition. So it's like, it's trying to support us to switch the story, not based on the current reality, but according on the reality we want to create. Okay, some of you, I would suggest, if you need more support with this as far as words, I love Abraham Hicks. The teachings of Abraham Hicks talk a lot about what is going on right now with this energy for the first quarter moon. And remember, so the first quarter moon here is activating the genie within you. It's rubbing, it's almost like creating a tension for you to ask the universe, what is it that you want? You don't have just 3 wishes, you have unlimited wishes. But if you have to make a list of the wishes, okay, that's actually an exercise that I saw recently on self-growth. Make a list of 10 goals that you have, okay, just list them. And then quickly ask yourself, what out of those 10 goals, wishes, would be the one that would drastically change my life right now, okay? Pick that one, and then every day attend to certain inspired actions towards it, okay? So that's something, because intuitively we know some of the actions that will support us, you know? So sometimes to me, I know that creating music, I know, is highly supportive of my channel. Because then when I get some certain energies and I'm giving you advice about alchemy, well, I do have frequencies to support. So that's what I would suggest with some of you. If you're feeling a lot, sorry, I had a call. Actually, it was from Meta. I know they've been trying to reach me. Anyways, so if you're feeling a lot of tension, just know it's the alignment of the planets and according to where your chart is. If some of you want support, I do have some moon readings, okay? If you want to look at your personal guidance according to this first quarter moon in Libra and how to activate the genie within, you would go and check out my link. I have offerings for the moon readings. Being aligned with the moon cycles really supported me unveiling the layers and going through the ascension process in smoother ways. Okay, that's why I'm very adamant about going through the cycles of the moon, because that's pretty much a dance that is very important for us, is to be able to see from our inner being versus just from the reality that is manifested. Okay, so that's why some of you, if you have Leo placement, you're going to be in conjunct, so creating a line of tension with this alchemical point. You're also going to have this tension here. If you are also in Cancer, you might feel some of those upgrades, okay? So there's a lot here as far as you're seeing this other sacred geometry that I feel called to share with you. This is called a shield of fate. It's a highly protective a sacred geometry that we have here with Mars that is conjunct to Uranus, and it's with the Sun and Neptune in retrograde. What I love is at the apex, so the point of this triangle, Mars is your master teacher of your energy in motion, what drives you to act, and Uranus is teaching you how to evolve. So here in those degrees, there's a lot that is based on your inner happiness. And that means that having self-mastery of and control and master of your emotions, of feeling happy, is going to support and protect you to support to end those cycles that you have been maybe struggling to end, the repetition. Okay, so maintaining this is going to be very important. The fact that it is in the 7th house, this is a house that involves a lot of people. Okay, so relationships, whether it's romantic or not, you're seeing it's on the descending line. So some of you, watch your reaction to your relationships. Is your level of energy dependent on your materialized reality, and especially in your relationships? Okay, so here where the universe is calling you and protecting you to learn self-mastery of your inner happiness, to maintain this, so you can learn how to alchemize some of the things that you say about your story. You know, that's actually a teaching of Lilith. If you're interested on the Instagram subscription, I do a lot more of guidance for the goddess energies, the planets, and we have Lilith that just started her travels in Libra, and she's helping us to live the dream. Her travel is all in Libra, is all the way to March 2025. So Lilith is teaching us how to let go of shame, let go of parts of ourselves that are stuck, and she's really teaching us how to rewire the story for that period of time, the story that you tell yourself in order to walk in that reality where all your desires are manifested. So that's what I have for the first quarter moon, July 13th. Remember, the quarters, whether it's the last or the first, they create a square, which is a friction. And right now, it's really also create a friction with Chiron and Pluto, which creates a square. And that means your ability to turn your scars into stars is what awakens your healing abilities. It's what awakens your psychic gifts. It's what awakens and opens up the timelines and the gateways of everything that is meant for you to manifest. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you soon. If some of you want to join me for the reading of Venus in Leo, I will be doing this on the subscription. I love the teachings for Venus. This is all about your heart. Especially right now we had an alignment with Cyrus. Cyrus is our central sun. There's a lot of cosmic heart downloads that we're receiving. Thank you so much, Felicia. I will see you soon, everyone. Namaste.